So my people, based on waiting we dey hear, this is good news. This is a matter that we should be jumping up and down and celebrating, because everybody have asked in recent times, when is Olori Naomi returning back into the palace? And this is not just a question. This has been a concern to everybody that wants or that looks forward to Naomi returning back into the palace. And even when Iyalaje Oduwa said that we have congratulated you a lot of recent, but one more congratulations we want to do before we continue the other ones is for you to return back into the palace. And finally, something has happened again. Yes. The last time when the Ooni had to call Olori Naomi back into the palace, Naomi had to come into the palace so that he would play the video, their wedding video. Olori Naomi had a wedding with the Ooni prior to this whole gbas that she left the palace and the rest. She had a wedding with the Ooni. And when the Ooni had to call her into the palace and play that wedding video for her to see, it was indeed proof that what see these things, they are there. They are things that happen. And once you take these vows with me again, nothing is going to what stop it. The Ooni has the capacity to just bring Olori Naomi back into the palace now, and then their union will continue from where they stopped. But why is he not doing that? Because he wants to be on a safer side. He wants to be on a line where, whatsoever happens, he wants to be on a safer side. You can't get married to a man twice and then try to leave the house at every slightest provocation. If Olori Naomi left the palace the first time, then she is signing any single thing with the Ooni as his wife again is bound to break her from ever leaving the palace again. So once she's coming back, she's saying that what till death do us part. The till death do us part that she did not understand or acknowledge the first time. She's saying it this time and she's going to stick by it. She's going to hold on to it. That is what the Ooni is trying to remind her. That see this time around then you are going to stick by it. You are going to hold by till death do us part that you are saying. So now the issue there is the Ooni has called her again, and this time around this is just going to be that discussion. Now there's nobody's concerned what these two people discuss, because at the end of the day, or any single thing we have checked, the union still lies between them. The union is between the two of them. So whatsoever happens, any other person is just a third party on this matter. It no concern the person. These are the real cocoa and these are the real deals of the matter. So right now, the Ooni is telling her that, see, you are my wife. And it is true. The Ooni is still legally married to Olori Naomi. Someone might be confused. Olori Naomi left the palace in December 2020 on terms of no divorce. There was no divorce that took place. She decided to pack her things and leave, simply because what she was finding every single thing that was happening quite uncomfortable for her, and she decided to what pack her things and leave the palace. And from that moment, we heard of how the Ooni tried every single thing within his power to make sure that Naomi returns back into the palace, but it became impossible because his wives were fighting, and then from his wives fighting, Olori Naomi even came up with a divorce plan that, okay, oh, if I cannot return back into your beautiful mansion that your wives are fighting for, then grant me a divorce. But the Ooni knows that the only person that will give him peace of mind is Naomi. Definitely not this woman. It is Olori Naomi. And it is Naomi that will definitely give him that peace of mind he is seeking. So he went ahead to make sure that what he sticks by Olori Naomi. That whole divorce thing, it did not work. Naomi was not granted that divorce. They did not grant her the divorce. He made sure that what he stopped. It never worked the way Olori Naomi wanted. They said they should bring it home to settle. So he had the time to talk to Olori Naomi. And that's exactly what Olori Tobi wants to do. Call off this whole divorce thing. Let me talk to you the same way you did to Olori Naomi. But now the thing is, if only Olori Naomi did not love the Ooni, she would not have agreed to first, let's bring it back home, because she knew that once it is taken out of the court and they bring it home, the Ooni has won. Yes, because she loved him. Now, The thing there was that from December 2020 to come last year, 2023, Olori Naomi had already spent 3 years in her house. And these 3 years in her house, are you spending 3 years in your house with a audio name that, okay, oh, I am married to the Ooni of Ife? It does not make sense. Someone of Olori Naomi's status, if you are calling off the wedding, if you are calling off the marriage, call it off once and for all. There is no need beating around the bush or hanging around whatsoever it is. Yes, there is no need. And from all indication, from whatsoever it is that we are seeing right now, from what we are beginning to perceive, it has more to do with Olori Naomi's personality, because Naomi is a prophetess. People were beginning to say that prophetess won't get divorced, prophetess won't get divorced. You understand? You Nigerian dragging now. Catherine Coma had to divorce her husband because of what? She needed peace of mind. She needed that sanity that will keep her on track and will keep her checked. She needed it. So the only thing she did was what? To divorce her husband. You know, when she was invited to churches, people would say that she cannot preach to us. So that is how people do their condemnation in this country. But how far have this condemnation helped them? How far have this condemnation brought them? That's the same condemnation they were putting up on Olori Naomi when she said that, okay, oh, let's divorce. Let me the Ooni. So right now it is a norm with people that what every single thing you do, you are born toward or subject to condemnation. They will sharply or quickly condemn you because they feel in one way or the other that you are not meant to do what you're supposed to do. But did they think that okay, you got married to the right person that you are meant to get married to? My people, there are a lot of things happening. So Olori Naomi's decisions became a taboo, became something that nobody could even accept or nobody could work with because what, she's a prophetess, it is wrong, it is this, it is that. What is she teaching her church members? All of those things. Well, Naomi is a role model to the people under her. She's a role model to the people she has chosen to lead. We know that. And in one way or the other, it's actually wrong for her to bring up things that will cause controversy in her church. We still know that. But at the end of the day, Naomi is a human being. She has her life to live and she has every right to make decisions. Yeah, she has every single right to make decisions, and if these decisions are what people don't like, then at the end they have to what, give her the chance to live her life. Yes, see, there are a lot of decisions that people make in this life that they end up not being what anybody wants. But what, they still make it after all. They still make it because what, it is their life and that is how they want to live it. So at the end, Olori Naomi should be allowed to live her life. You know, when she came out to make that statement that she's human too, so people should try to consider that she's human. It was very, very nice. So they only called her into the palace and had to tell her that what, you are my wife and I want you back. So now this word got to Olori Naomi. Seriously, for in a very long time we have not heard words get to Olori Naomi the way these words are the only said to her that you are my wife and I want you back got to her. See, my people, at the end of the day, love will win. Yes, it is not a fight though. It is love that would win. I hope this woman knows that. I hope they know that Olori Naomi has won already. Yes, we just hope they know that because now no matter what they are fighting, it still doesn't justify any single thing. It doesn't.